Shalom, welcome. This is Napash and GMS London, giving all praise Jehovah Shai by Hashem Rakal Kodash. Double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and honors out there to the brethren and the higher by institution's truth and all sincerity. Okay, just an update with what's going on out there in the Middle East, man. You know, this World War III is pushing on. Okay, last night or early this morning, if you want to say, Israel started launching attacks in Syria. Against, you know, parts of Syria and against the regime and the Iranians, okay, which, you know, all coincides nicely with scriptures about the least of the flock. Okay, she'll draw them out. Okay, they're getting this Israeli government is you know, throwing their weight around. You know, which is gonna create tension and retaliation, man. Okay, so you know these things are you know, all going towards you know, according to biblical prophecy, man. And like I said, man, you know, this World War III is not gonna go away. So you're gonna push on and become that great monster of a war that is prophesied to be, man. Okay, there in the Middle East, okay, and you know, and you know, with the rest of the global conflicts, but the Middle East is that pressure point, man. It's that where most of this fighting is gonna take place, where most of the death is gonna occur, you know, in this war. You know, because the Lord is bringing all these people here into the Middle East for their destruction, man. Okay, so when we see news like this, man, you know, this is why, brothers, you know, stay awake to know what's going on, because things can happen quickly overnight, man. And you know, we'll find ourselves in a different situation, man. You know, I mean, there's still other things we're watching for, you know, the mark of the beast and all that kind of stuff, but we gonna see those things in due time, man. But like I said, this is, you know, just prophecy moving forward, man. Okay, and we're seeing it happening, right? But just to read a bit of this article, right? It says Israel and Iran lurch closer to an all-out war in Syria. You know, because on the back of this, pretext to this, President Trump dropped out of the Iranian nuclear deal. Okay, now you got all these other guys talking, you know, when they were saying stuff before about, you know, if they were able to keep their nuclear program, that, you know, this is people are gonna do this or that. Saudi Arabia now saying that, oh, if Iran's gonna go get nuclear weapons, we gonna develop our own and all this kind of madness. So these people are readying themselves, man, for this warfare, man. Okay, because Iran's gonna crack on, man. Iran is gonna crack on. You know, America is likely to, if they haven't already, I've not read it or seen it yet, you know, they're probably gonna put more sanctions on them to fucking cripple their asses. You know, and Israel's lucky with the screen. Israel, well, what they're doing already, man, launching attacks and stuff, man. You know, because they playing that victim card all the damn fucking time. You know, talking about how, you know, Iran wants to destroy them and shit. You know, which they say, they say death to Iran and shit, and death to America. They're out there burning flags and shit. But you know, they're using this all as fuel for the fire to you know, create this atmosphere of war that, you know, we're evidently heading towards, man. Okay, so yeah, back into this. Israel and Iran lurched closer to an all-out war in Syria on Thursday. Okay, which is today. Okay, this is early morning. All right, this is after Iranian forces allegedly fired rockets into the Golan Heights, and Israel responded with some of its heaviest airstrikes in years. Okay, so they claimed that Iran shot some rockets, man. Hit nothing, damaged little, didn't kill nobody. Okay, and that gave them an excuse to bomb the shit out of them, basically. Okay, so whether or not that rocket attack even happened, who knows? Because we know they had to throw false flags into the mix and, you know, make excuses for their actions, okay? Says the exchange of fire was the most direct confrontation between the Middle East rivals after years of escalating tensions in Syria, and came just one day after Donald Trump pulled out pulled the US out of the Iran nuclear agreement and reimposed sanctions on Tehran. Okay, so yeah, they've already put sanctions back on Iran, man. Okay, so, you know, they're making them guys suffer. Okay, right, it says, according to the Israeli military, Iranian forces based in Syria fired a barrage of around 20 rockets at Israeli troops in the Golan, the mountainous region Israel captured from Syria in 1967 and has occupied since. No Israelis were hurt, and there was only limited damage to Israeli positions in the Golan, a military spokesman said. Israel shot back with widespread strikes against dozens of targets inside Syria. Lieutenant Colonel Conricus said the attack appeared to be one of the largest Israel had carried out since it began periodic strikes against Iran and its ally Hezbollah inside Syria. So among the targets were Iranian intelligence bases. Okay, so they directly attacked the Iranians in Syria. Okay, so this caused implications. I mean, just before this strike happened, let's just say Wednesday for the sake of it, for the minute, you know, rotate my device. Anyway, Benjamin, not a real Jew, was had visited Russia to meet Vladimir Putin. Okay, discuss what was going on, or what was about, you know, this Iran-Syria situation. Okay, on his way home or on the way back, this all happened, man. So I guess the talks didn't go so well, you know, with Mr. Putin. Okay, but this happened that either the same day, or you know, Wednesday. Yeah, it must have been Wednesday. You know, it must not have gone well. Okay, and before even Benjamin Netanyahu got home, man, they were launching these strikes. So, you know, tensions, man. The tensions is racketing up right now. Okay, so you know, we got Russia as Iran's allies and stuff. So, and we're gonna, you know, you're gonna see tensions rise even higher, man. And you know, like I said, it's all gonna lead up to the fully fledged world war, man. Okay, this is isolated conflicts right now. Okay, but you know, if historians were to write about this scenario, okay, they would say these would have been factors in the beginning of this world war, because you know, world wars are never, they don't just happen. You know, it's a build up. Okay, it's a build up to a world war. You know, and it's only when, you know, you write back about it, you see what things led up to, what triggered it. Okay. Right. Yeah. I mean, right now, they're not really seem to reporting that much about it at this minute in time, to be honest. Okay, they're not making a big deal out of it, man. But I've heard, from what I've read from other articles, of, you know, that about the strike, man. You know, a lot actually went on last night compared to what they're actually reporting. You know, a lot more back and forth. Okay, between the two sides, or the three sides, depending on, you know. So they kind of watering it down on the news, from what I can see. They're not really reporting on it like from other stuff that I've heard. But you know, I can't verify the other stuff, but it's happening. You know, it's happening, man. So anything else in here? Okay, I'll read this bit. This is a long-running Cold War between Israel and Iran across the Syrian border had turned increasingly hot in recent months. At least 7 Iranians were killed on April 9th during a suspected Israeli airstrike on the Tifa airbase in central Syria, prompting Iran to vow revenge against Israel. Okay, hours after Mr. Trump announced he was pulling the US out of the Iran deal Wednesday, Israel allegedly carried out a strike against an Iranian facility south of Damascus. 9 people were reported killed, including some Iranian fighters. Says in February, Iran allegedly launched an armed drone from Syria into Israel. Israel shot down the drone and carried out a wave of airstrikes in response. So one Israeli F-16 was shot down by Syrian air defense systems during the attack. The first time Israel had lost a warplane since 1982. Yeah, cause always picking on fucking people with no fucking air defense, man. That's why. But oh yeah, he says that Israel has said repeatedly it will not allow Iran to build up a permanent military presence in Syria and is prepared to go to war to stop it. Okay, for them to go to war to stop them is going to bring everybody into this war, man. Everybody going to be involved in this war. Okay, you start attacking Iran, that means you attacking Russia. You know, Russia come in and start attacking you guys, that means America has to step in. Blah, blah, blah. And everybody allies joining the fight. Okay, that's how things, how it works, how it happens, man. Okay. This is we're determined to block Iran's aggression against us, even if this means a struggle. Better now than later. I agree. Do it now. You know. Yeah, man. Hasten that day, man. Hasten the day for this, man. Hasten the day of our Lord, man. Okay, better now than later. Alright, Benjamin Netanyahu, yeah, he said that last week, right? Nations that were unprepared to take timely action to counter murderous aggression against them pay much heavier prices afterwards. Well, you're going to pay a price, regardless. Right, it says, while Israel has scored tactical military victories over Iran in Syria, it has struggled with a broader diplomatic campaign to convince world powers to rein in Iran's build-up in Syria. And, you know, that'll pay its part as well. Because, you know, Israel been going on about Iran and Syria for fucking, you know, God knows how long, about, you know, how they're evil and all this kind of stuff, and the international community's not really done much about it or paid it too much mind, and now they're gonna feel bad when something happens to Israel, and they'll be like, see, I told you, the Iranians, they're evil, they want to destroy us. Okay, and it'll force the whole community to jump in. Okay, because they're gonna start using the fucking the Holocaust fucking bullshit excuses and that to go in, and they can't allow another one of this to happen and blah blah blah. You know, so all this, you know, bipartisan kind of laid back nonchalant views about what's going on there at the minute, that's gonna change, man. And you know, these other nations, the NATO allies, and that they're gonna be forced to join this fight to help Israel, to help America, and so on and so forth. Okay. Oh yeah, I said it here. So Mr. Netanyahu travels regularly to Moscow. His last visit was on Wednesday. Okay, yeah. So to urge Vladimir Putin to pressure Iran out of Syria. So far, the diplomatic effort has yielded few visible results on the Iranian question. So Syrian media and said Thursday's attack was the first time in years that Syrians had fired at an Israeli force in the Golan Heights. Okay, so it doesn't actually mention more about that meeting with Putin in this one, but by the looks of things. Oh yeah, they're calling out for the people to get their bomb shelters ready. You know, hey man, well, like you said, man, better now than later. Like I said, I agree, man. Hey, we need this war to kick off, man. You need to get the hell out of here, man. You know, brothers is through, man. Okay, we need this, you know, for the return of our Lord, man. So yeah, hasten that. Okay, that's all I can say about that. But just before we leave, or I leave, let's grab just a few scriptures. Okay, starting with Jeremiah 49:20, right? Like I said at the beginning, man, the least of the flock, man, they're playing their part in this now. You know, more active. Okay, it says here, Jeremiah 49:20 says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord.